Doing what you don't want to do. That's where success begins. Not in comfort, not in convenience, but in the moments when you push past resistance. See, anybody can do what they want to do. That doesn't take discipline. That doesn't take strength. But the man or woman who can do what they don't want to do, that person has unlocked the real secret of success. It's easy to show up when you feel like it. It's hard to show up when you don't. But that's where the difference is made. The top 1%, the extraordinary few, they built their lives on discipline, not desire. Because here's the truth. Your feelings don't determine your future. Your choices do. And the choices that matter most, they're the ones that feel the hardest in the moment. The phone call you don't want to make. The book you don't want to read. The workout you don't want to do. Do those things, and you change your destiny. Avoid those things, and you stay the same. So let me ask you today, what have you been avoiding? What's on your list that you've been pushing off? That's where your growth island. That's where your future lives. Because success is never about ease. It's always about discipline. Doing what you don't want to do until it becomes what you must do. Doing what you don't want to do, that's the doorway to success. And most people never walk through it. Let's be honest. It's easy to do the things you enjoy. It's easy to do the things that feel natural. But the things that build you, they rarely feel easy in the beginning. Discipline doesn't always feel good. Hard work doesn't always feel fun. And sacrifice almost never feels comfortable. But here's the truth. That's where success is hiding. See, life has a way of disguising opportunity. It doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It comes wrapped in challenge. It comes wrapped in difficulty. That's why so few people ever find it. They keep waiting for the path of least resistance. But the real path, it's the one that asks more of you. Think about it. You don't grow by lifting what's light. You grow by lifting what's heavy. And life works the same way. The work you avoid, the conversations you delay, the habits you resist, that's where your success is waiting. Most people want success to be exciting. They want it to feel good every step of the way. But success is predictable. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's discipline. It's doing what others won't do. And here's the real test. It's doing what you yourself don't feel like doing. Because feelings are a poor guide. They change. They shift. They can't be trusted. If you wait until you feel like it, you'll wait forever. But if you decide to do it, whether you feel like it or not, that's the beginning of mastery. Ask yourself this. Why do most people fail? It's not because they're not capable. It's not because they don't have talent. It's because they give in to feelings. They say, I don't feel like working out today. I don't feel like studying tonight. I don't feel like saving money this month. And so, nothing changes. Because feelings don't build the future. Decisions do. Discipline does. Success is the other side of resistance. The moment you go beyond I don't want to is the moment you grow. And every time you choose discipline over comfort, you put another brick in the foundation of your success. Here's what I learned. The easy road becomes harder. The hard road becomes easier. Skip the discipline today, and you pay for it tomorrow. Do the discipline today, and tomorrow becomes easier. That's the law of life, and you can't cheat it. So, if you want to change your future, don't ask, what do I feel like doing? Ask, what must I do, even if I don't feel like it? That's the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary. The ordinary wait for motivation. The extraordinary act from discipline. They show up, rain or shine. They do the work whether it feels good or not. And let me tell you, that's freedom. When you learn to act regardless of feeling, you become unstoppable. Because feelings will betray you. They'll talk you out of your goals. They'll keep you small. But discipline will build your dreams. So here's the challenge. Identify the things you don't want to do. The workout, the early wake up, the uncomfortable call. And instead of avoiding them, step toward them. Because that's where your strength is built. That's where your future is written. It doesn't take years to change your life. It takes one choice. One choice to do what you don't want to do. One choice to show up when you'd rather quit. And if you can make that choice daily, your life will look entirely different in a year. not by chance, not by luck, but by discipline. So remember this, success hides behind the things you resist. And if you can learn to face those things head on, you'll have what most people only dream of. Doing what you don't want to do, that's the beginning of greatness. Every day, not once in a while. Not just when it feels right. Every day. That's where your future is shaped. Your life is not decided by one big choice. It's decided by hundreds of small ones. Day after day, moment after moment. See, success doesn't fall into your lap. It doesn't show up in a single event. It shows up in the patterns you create. It shows up in the small disciplines that add up over time. That's why I say, your future is hidden in your daily routine. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. Because consistency compounds. Little by little, decision by decision, your life moves in one direction or another. Think of it like planting seeds. Every choice is a seed. Every decision goes into the soil of your future. And whether you like it or not, the harvest always comes. If you plant excuses, you harvest regret. If you plant discipline, you harvest success. If you plant laziness, you harvest lack. If you plant effort, you harvest abundance. It's predictable. Life is fair like that. It always gives you back what you put in. But here's the mistake most people make. They underestimate the power of small choices. They say, it's just one skipped workout. It's just one day of overspending. It's just one more hour wasted. But remember this, one day repeated is your life repeated. The habits you repeat today become the results you live with tomorrow. Now let's talk about the real difference makers. The successful person doesn't have more hours in the day. They don't have fewer problems. They simply make different decisions, better decisions, every day. They decide to read instead of scroll. They decide to save instead of spend. They decide to plan instead of drift. They decide to act instead of wait. And these small daily decisions create a completely different future. But here's the challenge. Most of these decisions are uncomfortable. They don't feel good in the moment. It feels better to skip the discipline. It feels easier to avoid the responsibility. But what feels easy now often feels hard later. And what feels hard now always feels easier later. That's why I tell people, pay now or pay later. But you always pay. If you choose the easy road today, you'll pay with regret tomorrow. If you choose the hard road today, you'll enjoy reward tomorrow. The question is never, do I pay? The question is always, when do I pay? So, look at your day. Where are your choices leading you? Are they leading you towards strength or weakness? Toward abundance or lack? Toward success or regret? You don't need to change everything overnight, but you do need to change something, because once you change a little, momentum builds. One good choice today makes tomorrow's choice easier. And before you know it, you've built a lifestyle. Remember this, lifestyle is nothing more than a collection of choices. Live daily. Want a healthy lifestyle? Choose health daily. Want a successful career? Choose growth daily. Want financial independence? Choose discipline with money daily. The little things matter. The ordinary things matter. That's where the extraordinary is built. It's easy to say, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow is never promised. And if you can't start today with one small decision, what makes you think tomorrow will be easier? The truth is, every day is an opportunity. Every day, you're writing the story of your life, page by page, choice by choice. So ask yourself, what story are you writing today? Will it be a story of excuses or discipline, of comfort or courage, of regret or reward? The secret is simple. Don't try to change your whole life in one sweep. Change one decision today, then another tomorrow, then another the next day. Soon those decisions will shape habits. Those habits will shape character. And that character will shape destiny. That's the chain. That's the process. And it always works. So commit to this. Every day, make at least one decision that moves your life forward. Even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it feels insignificant. Because over time, those daily decisions add up to a life, a strong life, a successful life, a life of discipline, purpose, and reward. Remember this simple truth. Success is nothing more than small decisions, made wisely, repeated daily. Do that, and the future takes care of itself. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. Never. Comfort is a silent enemy. It whispers, relax, you've done enough for today. It nudges you toward ease, toward the path of least resistance. And if you follow it, you'll find yourself standing in the same place next year, and the year after, and the year after that. But here's the truth. Progress is always uncomfortable at first. Every skill worth mastering, every relationship worth building, every goal worth achieving begins with resistance. Resistance is the signal. It's the sign that you're about to grow. The thing you resist doing, that's exactly the thing you need to do. Look at your life. Notice the moments when you hesitated, the workouts you skipped, the conversations you avoided, the projects you postponed. Every time you avoided discomfort, you stayed the same. Every time you embraced discomfort, you grew stronger. I tell people, do what you resist. The resistance is your guide. It's not magic. It's simple, and it works. Doing what you resist is a shortcut. It's a shortcut to strength. It's a shortcut to confidence. It's a shortcut to freedom. Because every time you choose courage over comfort, your inner world expands. Your self-esteem grows. Your capacity grows. Your potential grows. Think about this. Most people quit before the breakthrough. Most people stop when the effort feels hard. Most people fold when the fear rises. But the few, the 2%, they push forward. They do the things others avoid. They do the things they resist. And because they do, they achieve things that seem impossible to others. Let me tell you a secret. The things you resist are usually the very things that create your future. The things you resist are the very things that will separate you from mediocrity. I know it's uncomfortable. I know your mind screams, don't do it. It's hard. It's too much. But that's exactly why it matters. That's exactly why you should act. Do you want better health? Do what you resist. Wake up early. Move your body. Eat right when you don't feel like it. Do you want financial independence? Do what you resist. Save money when you want to spend. Invest when others are fearful. Do you want stronger relationships? Do what you resist. Have the hard conversation. Reach out when it's uncomfortable. Listen when it's easier to talk. Do you want personal growth? Do what you resist. Read when you'd rather scroll. Learn when you'd rather relax. Every time you choose to act despite resistance, you build a muscle. The muscle of discipline. The muscle of character. The muscle of courage. And here's the beauty. Resistance shrinks with repetition. What felt unbearable at first, what felt impossible yesterday, becomes natural today. The key is not to avoid resistance. The key is to embrace it. Meet it head on. Do it anyway. Because growth doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen by luck. It happens by choice. By deliberate action. By doing what most people refuse to do. I often say, your comfort is the prison of your potential. Break free, and you'll find a world of possibility. Remember, success is not about avoiding difficulty. It's about facing it. It's about leaning into discomfort. It's about acting in spite of fear, hesitation, and doubt. Here's a practical approach. Every morning ask yourself, what am I resisting today? Then do it. Not tomorrow. Not when it's convenient. Today. It could be as small as making a difficult phone call. It could be as big as starting a new venture. It could be as simple as reading a chapter when you'd rather do nothing. Whatever it is, do it anyway. And notice how your confidence grows. Notice how your capability grows. Notice how your life begins to expand. The shortcut to growth is not faster methods. It's not clever strategies. It's doing what you resist. Every day. Again and again. Until it becomes habit. Until it becomes part of your identity. Because when you make doing what you resist a habit, you no longer wait for motivation. You no longer hope for luck. You simply act. And action repeated over time, transforms your life. So remember this. The comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Step into resistance. Step into growth. Step into the life you are capable of. Your future isn't waiting. It's being built one resisted action at a time. Do it. And watch your life change. Challenges are uncomfortable. They test you. They push you to the edge. They make you question yourself. But here's the truth. Every reward in life comes through a challenge. If success were easy, everyone would have it. If growth were effortless, everyone would be thriving. The fact that not everyone succeeds tells you exactly where the value island. Life's greatest rewards are hidden behind resistance, behind the long hours, behind the failures, behind the moments when you didn't want to continue. I've always said, the easy way is not the best way. The hard way teaches lessons money cannot buy. Think about it. The person who never faced difficulty will never know strength. The person who never failed will never truly appreciate victory. The person who never pushed beyond comfort will never discover the full measure of their potential. Challenges are like a furnace. They test the metal of your character. They refine you. They strengthen you. And here's the secret. The moment you start embracing challenges, the moment you stop avoiding what's hard, success begins to feel natural. Because each challenge you face, each obstacle you overcome, each moment you choose courage over comfort, you earn a reward that cannot be taken away. It might not be immediate. Life rarely works that way. The reward is often delayed. Sometimes it arrives years later. Sometimes it arrives when you least expect it. But it always comes. I've seen it over and over. The person who persists, the one who does the hard work, the one who faces fear, they eventually rise. They eventually succeed. They eventually experience the joy of achievement. And the reward is not just external. It's not just money, status, or recognition. The true reward is internal. It's confidence. It's resilience. It's peace of mind knowing you did what most people wouldn't do. It's freedom. You see, life rewards action. It rewards those who keep moving forward, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, even when fear whispers, stop. Every challenge you overcome, every uncomfortable step you take adds a layer to your character, builds your self-discipline, strengthens your determination. And when you combine determination with consistency, when you combine courage with action, you create a life that others might envy. But more importantly, you create a life you can be proud of. The reward for doing what's hard, for doing what you resist, for challenging yourself every day, is not only success, it's transformation. You become someone different, someone stronger, someone capable, someone unstoppable. I often tell people, the reward is not in avoiding the storm. It's in learning to dance in the rain. Because life will always challenge you. Life will always test your limits. Life will always ask for more than you think you can give. But the person who embraces it, the person who steps forward, who acts despite fear, will always gain the reward. Here's a practical way to see it in your own life. Identify one challenge you've been avoiding, one task you've been resisting, one fear that's holding you back. Then do it. Feel the discomfort. Notice the fear. Acknowledge the resistance. Then act anyway. And notice what happens. Notice the sense of accomplishment. Notice the growth. Notice the strength within you. Challenges are not punishments. They are opportunities in disguise. Opportunities to become stronger, wiser, better. Opportunities to earn rewards that matter, not just for today, but for the rest of your life. Remember, the life you want, the success you dream of, it is not found in comfort. It is found in challenge. It is found in the moments when you refuse to give up. It is found in the persistence, the courage, and the commitment to keep moving forward, no matter what. So embrace the hard. Celebrate the obstacles. Welcome the discomfort, because on the other side of challenge lies the life you've always wanted, lies the success you've been working toward, lies the reward that only action and courage can bring. Do not fear difficulty. Do not shy away from resistance. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Step into the challenge, face it head on, and claim your reward. Your life, your success, your transformation, all begin when you decide to meet challenge with courage. All begin when you embrace what most people avoid. And that is the reward of a life lived boldly, intentionally, and courageously. Life rewards those who face challenges, not occasionally, not when convenient, but consistently. Success is built daily, one challenge at a time, one small act of courage, one step outside comfort. But how do you make challenge a daily habit? How do you turn discomfort into a tool and resistance into a routine? Today, I want to share 3 steps. 3 steps that, when followed, can transform the way you approach life. 3 steps to make challenge your daily habit. Step 1, identify your daily challenges. Most people drift through life avoiding challenge. They wake up, go through the motions, and wonder why success is elusive. The first step is clarity. You must know which challenges matter, which tasks, actions, or decisions push you toward growth. Start with a simple question. What is one thing today that I can do, which I would rather avoid, that will move me closer to my goal? It might be making a difficult call. It might be finishing a project you've been procrastinating. It might be speaking up in a meeting or learning a new skill. Whatever it is, identify it. Write it down. Acknowledge it. By identifying your daily challenge, you remove the ambiguity. You create purpose. You invite growth. Remember, growth does not come from ease. It comes from action taken in spite of discomfort. When you consciously decide to meet that challenge, you take control. The days you resist are the days you grow. Step 2, start small. Then, build momentum. Many people fail because they try too much too soon. They aim for monumental challenges every day and then quit. The key is consistency, not magnitude. Start with manageable challenges, small steps outside your comfort zone. Simple acts of courage repeated daily. It could be waking up 30 minutes earlier to work on a goal. It could be speaking to someone you admire. It could be writing a paragraph, making a plan, or finishing a task you've been delaying. Consistency compounds. Small daily challenges add up to massive transformation over time. The person who consistently faces small discomforts becomes unshakable, resilient, powerful. Momentum matters. Each small victory fuels the next. Each conquered challenge builds confidence. Each act of courage reinforces the habit. And before you know it, you are tackling bigger challenges without hesitation. You are moving past fear with speed and precision. Discipline begins with small actions. Greatness is built on those small actions repeated. Step 3, reflect, learn, and reward yourself. Challenge without reflection is wasted effort. The final step is to review your day. Ask yourself, what challenge did I face today? How did I act in spite of fear or resistance? What did I learn? How can I improve tomorrow? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. It transforms temporary effort into lasting growth. It teaches you what works and what doesn't. Reward yourself not extravagantly, but meaningfully. Celebrate the courage you showed. Honor the small victories. These rewards reinforce the habit. Life will continue to test you. Discomfort will always arise. Fear will always whisper. But if you reflect and learn, you create a cycle of growth. A cycle that becomes effortless. A cycle that builds character. A cycle that leads to consistent success. Step 1, identify your challenge. Step 2, start small. Build momentum. Step 3, reflect, learn, and reward. Do this daily. Do this consistently. Do this intentionally. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. You may resist. You may fail. That's okay. Every failure is a lesson. Every resistance overcome is progress. Every small challenge faced builds the foundation for success. Imagine a year from now. You've faced one challenge every day. You've grown in courage, skill, and confidence. You've built momentum that cannot be stopped. You've created a life far beyond what you thought possible. That's the power of daily challenge. That's the power of consistent action. That's the life available to anyone willing to step forward every single day. Remember, most people avoid challenge. They stay comfortable. They remain in their familiar routines. And they wonder why success passes them by. But not you. You have the plan. You have the steps. You have the commitment. Challenge is no longer an obstacle. It is your tool. It is your ally. It is your habit. Face it. Embrace it. Repeat it. And in time, you will look back and realize the life you have, the success you enjoy, and the person you've become all came from daring to challenge yourself every day. The person who embraces challenge daily is unstoppable. The person who avoids it remains ordinary. So begin today. Identify the challenge. Take action. Reflect. And do it again tomorrow. Success, growth, and greatness are not found in comfort. They are found in challenge. And when challenge becomes a daily habit, you transform your life forever. So, there you have it. The path to success is not glamorous. It is simple. It is consistent. It is daily. Challenge yourself. Do what you resist. Face the discomfort. Every small step adds up. Every act of courage compounds. Every day you commit to challenge, you become stronger, wiser, closer to the life you deserve. Remember this. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work, discipline, and the courage to do what others won't. Begin today. Step forward. Challenge yourself every single day, and your life will never be the same again.